everyone, it's Siobhan here. My video today is inspired by Game of Thrones and the character of Daenerys Targaryen. 2014 is over and I'm looking forward to the new season of Game of Thrones in 2015. I think this hairstyle or this video might be a little premature in that obviously I haven't seen any of the new episodes yet, but there were some pictures that were released on Reddit. I'll have them linked in the underbar below, and they are of the new Daenerys Targaryen wig. And the style is just so pretty, I couldn't resist. The only thing that I have to say about this one is that it has, or at least I've used, two sets of extensions. So I have some on the interior, but I also used extensions to make these braids. I just simply didn't have enough hair for it.
I started with the center part, although if you look closely at the wig in the pictures, you'll see that the part is a little off-centered. I chose to alter this small detail so that I'd have an even amount of hair on both sides of my head to work with. With a comb, I sectioned hair from either side of my head going back to just about the top of my ear, and then clipped the rest out of my way. Here I'm using one of my new favorite Aveda products, Control Paste, by putting a little into the palms of my hands and working it through these sections. It's great for flyaways and braiding, but using any kind of product during this step is definitely optional. All that's left to do is Dutch braid, and if you're unsure of how to do this, check out my Braidtionary video, which I'll have linked in the underbar below. Next step is to divide the remaining hair into two, with the top section having slightly more density. I tied the lower portion into a ponytail at the nape of my neck to keep it out of the way, and then I drew the two braids back and secured them together with an elastic right at the line. Here I'm dividing the remaining hair into two again. I'm splitting it right at the crown of my head and clipping the top portion out of the way. It's at this point that I put my first extensions in. I chose two 2-clip wefts of hair, which I layered one on top of another. I added the hair here because I felt that the middle section of my head needed some additional fullness. Obviously, hair extensions are optional, and if you do choose to use them, you can clip them in anywhere you feel you want or need to. I chose a soft rounded hair foundation from a local beauty shop for this part, but you can also use a regular hair donut. Pin it directly under the clipped off top section just at the crown. When you feel it secure, brush back the hair on top, and if you need to, use a comb or some hairspray to smooth it down. I decided to use a little hair elastic to hold it together and keep it neat. Here I'm using a false braid to create the headband portion of the style. I actually texturized this hair beforehand with my texture iron, and it definitely helped increase the volume before braiding it. I'm using a combination of bobby pins and tiny claw clips to secure it to my head. You can see that I struggled a little with hiding the ends here, as the braid wasn't nearly as long as I would have liked it to have been. Now I'm adding my second false braid, and this one wraps directly around the bun. I think the challenge for me at this point was just trying to get all the ends of this false hair to tuck neatly. It'll be at this point that you'll notice that the hair in that middle section hangs over the ears a little bit, so separate some of it from directly behind each of them and tie them together underneath the ponytailed section left over from covering the hair foundation. Remember to release the section of hair that had been secured at the nape of the neck, because the only thing left to do is curl all loose hair. I also took down the ends of my two organic braids, which definitely helped fill out the lower portion of the hairstyle. And this was the result. As you can see, it's not so difficult to put up and can probably be worn for all sorts of cosplay events, not just including Game of Thrones. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!